Hey guys, Erik Kyle here, publisher of Great Lakes Scuttlebutt magazine. I'm at the Miami Boat Show, and I'm at a great booth here. This is the Tennessee Tombigbee Waterway system, commonly known as the 10 Toms. These guys have advertised with us before. They've got some great information about all you Great Lakes loopers out there and people that want to go down through their system. So I'm going to have Fred Hansard. He's going to tell you a little bit about what it is they have to offer, and I believe Demopolis
Yacht Basin and Kingfisher Bay Marina.
Okay, perfect. Now, here's Fred. How you doing today, Fred?
Can't complain. Glad to be at the Miami Boat Show. Our waterway is enabled part of the Great Loop. Our part of the waterway is this section from right here down to Mobile Bay. We begin at the Tennessee River, and then we end at the Gulf Coast.
So if I'm a Great Lakes boater and I decide that I want to go south for the winter, or if I want to get my boat out of the Great Lakes area, I can do that without having to go all the way out here and out through that way. I can go right down through the middle of the state.
Right, as you see, this is the quickest run. We cut off about 400 miles of the Mississippi, and we're almost a straight shot down into the Gulf.
Outstanding. Now, how many nautical miles is that trip?
It is, as you look on the map, from the Ohio River by the 10 Tom is 664. The Mississippi River is 1,063, with a whole lot less current on the 10 Tom.
Now, from what I understand, you guys have got a great organization put together where there's a whole bunch of different marinas, great places to stop, good places to go eat, great places to hang out for the night and enjoy some nightlife. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect when we're traveling down the 10 Toms.
On the 10 Tom, we have probably 18 different marinas, so you're not having to anchor out anywhere. You can go into a marina at night, then each town is its individual self. Each one has its own historical sites and restaurants and so on.
Outstanding. It looks like it'd be an awful lot of fun to be able to is it a once-in-a-lifetime type thing, or do you get a lot of boaters that go down there every year?
We just had several that were in here that have made the trip as much as 6 to 8 different times.
Outstanding, outstanding. Now, I understand there might be a little bit of an issue getting in there up in the Illinois area, and we've got Ed Hall to tell us here a little bit about that. Ed, how are you doing today?
Fine, how you doing?
Great, great, great. Tell us about what's going on and how we can make this trip happen.
Well, you can do it right now, but there's problems. There's quite a few people on the Great Lakes that have boats that have an air draft over 19 foot 1 inch, and there's a bridge, it's a Burlington Northern Railroad bridge that is still used as a railroad bridge, but it used to open, but no longer opens. So it's a little bit of a problem for anybody that's over 19.1. And as an organization, the 10 Tom Waterway Association is trying to get out, get a little bit of public interest in it, and see if we can't take and get them to open it again, get it to work again. I mean,
sure.
Burlington Northern, I think, is the one that's out there right now trying to put on, all the ads on the TV and whatnot, saying how friendly and green and whatnot they are, but yet they've got a bridge that doesn't open and is restricting commerce. And I think there's just a lot of people that would probably use our waterway much more and come south in the winter if they could make a short trip versus going to the East Coast.
Outstanding. So right now, if you're over 19.1, you might want to think about taking that trip until that bridge is fixed. But once it's fixed and it's operational again, then you can go down. What's the normal height restriction with that bridge open?
The next problem would be 32 feet is a fixed bridge, and that's farther on down the river system. But most of your boats, there's very few boats that can't get down to 32 feet, other than sailboats. And the sailboats have got to take their mast down anyhow.
Right. So what kind of depth are you talking about as far as navigating through that system that you could be comfortable with?
There should be no problem with any recreational vessel coming down because it's a barge canal all the way down to the Gulf, and it's a minimum draft of 12 feet.
Outstanding. What are some of the highlights on that waterway system that you could tell me about, like the nature or scenery-wise?
There's all kinds of stuff coming all the way down. You've got historic cities. I'm not as familiar, the upper end as I am at the lower end, but say starting at Paducah, there's land between the lakes. You've got the Kentucky Lake, which is just a tremendous recreational area. You keep going farther south, you got Tennessee River down farther. Then you get to, say Demopolis, it's a historic town. You get to Mobile, you got the USS Alabama that's on display. You got Port of Mobile, you've got the Eastern Shore of Fairhope, which is just a neat town. We have a Arts and Crafts Festival there next month that draws 250,000 people in a town of 16,000. It's just, there's all kinds of things to do. Just about every night you can stop somewhere and, spend the next day or two probably visiting or touring a town.
Outstanding. I've kind of been picturing myself in my mind going down this trip, and it would be a whole lot better for me to go down a nice lazy river like that as compared to going out on the ocean getting all beat up.
Yeah, and the other thing is, AGCL, which is the Loopers Association, does a great circle loop, and it's about a 5,500-mile trip. And we've been talking to people all day today and yesterday that are starting out in different places doing the trip. It's on, as a lot of people have told us in the last 2 days, it's on their bucket list. It's something to do. It's a once-in-a-lifetime trip. It's 5,500 miles. It's a great organization. They have rendezvous they're having one in Norfolk in May, and they have one in October at Joe Wheeler State Park in Alabama. It's boating at its best.
Outstanding.
And, the thing about it is, there's just so many people in the Chicago area that can't utilize our river system now because they're too tall. For instance, we had some people that were in yesterday that have a boat in Sarasota, 19 foot 6 inches, hard top, hard enclosure. They got to go down south of Key West, come back up, go all the way, up the Hudson River, across, and through all the Great Lakes. Whereas, it's going to take them twice as long, twice as much fuel.
For 5 inches.
For 5 inches.
That's unbelievable. We'll have to get our boaters kind of organized here to help you guys out to get that bridge fixed and opened up again.
Yeah, we'd appreciate it.
Okay.
Everybody I think on the waterway appreciate it.
Well, if we wanted to take any kind of action and let people know about this, that can make something happen, who do we call? What do we do?
Well, we're really in the investigative stage right now as to see who we can really do. But I would suspect if you wrote your congressman or your senator and told them it was the CalSag, there's at mile 3, I think it's 330 on CalSag. It's the Burlington Northern Bridge that does not open anymore. The message might get through.
Outstanding. Well, Ed, we greatly appreciate your time today, and I want you to enjoy the rest of your time here at the boat show.
Okay, I thank you.
Okay.